What is up, Xbox Nation? This is episode 9 of the Xbox Report. I am your host, Cody Gollott. A few housekeeping notes. I missed last week, unfortunately, so we're coming back this week. I think my new release schedule will be on Mondays at 9 a.m. So please check that out on Mondays at 9 a.m. And as you can see, I am going to try to do a video podcast for YouTube. So if you prefer video, please go check it out. But I'm also still going to try to release audio versions of the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcast services. So please go check those out. So, like I said, we're a little behind this week, but I'm going to go ahead and go over the news stories and the games coming out this week and the main topic of the show. No retro review this week, just because, like I said, with everything, the craziness of last week, I didn't get time to write a review for that. But like I said, we will be back hopefully on track up for episode 10. So let's get into the news stories. So, news stories number one: Xbox Game Pass prices are going up along with other changes. Per GPT Gaming News, which is a great source that is on threads and I'm sure on other social media platforms. Some of the highlights are price changes will go into effect for the new for new members for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, Xbox Game Pass Core, and PC Game Pass Ultimate. It's going from $16.99 to $19.99, which in previous episodes I predicted that this would happen, and it has indeed happened. Game Pass for consoles will no longer be available for new members, and then new Game Pass tier Xbox Game Pass Standard, Game Pass Catalog, online multiplayer, but no day one games is going to be $14.99 coming later this year. Let's see. With the price increases, I feel that, it might be a disappointment. The continued investment in new and high quality content could make the service worth it, though. The move aligns with a broader industry trend of subscription services adjusting prices. Just look at all the streaming services that we have, from Netflix to Disney Plus. It seems like every few months, unfortunately, those go up. I still think the value proposition for Game Pass is amazing. And, you know, you know, even at $20, you get access to hundreds of games. Hopefully, we don't see another increase this year or anytime in the future, but I do think it's still a great value to gamers. All right, story number two. Per Pure Xbox has recently revealed some interesting US sales figures related to the Xbox sales of Xbox Series X and S and the highly anticipated game Hellblade 2. According to the data, the Xbox Series X has been selling significantly more units than the Series S, indicating a strong preference among consumers for the higher end console. This trend highlights the market's demand for more powerful hardware despite the higher price point. Moreover, Hellblade 2 has seen impressive engagement and sales figures since its release. Ninja Theory, the game's developer, has expressed gratitude for the overwhelming positivity response from fans. The game's captivating narrative and refined gameplay have been a major factor contributing to its success, and many players praising the sequel for building upon the strengths of the original. For Xbox enthusiasts, these statistics underscore the continued momentum of the Xbox Series X and the high expectations surrounding the flagship titles like Hellblade 2. The data could also influence the future strategies for both hardware and game development as Microsoft looks to maintain and grow its market share. Let's see. Story number three. According to The Verge, Microsoft has launched a Xbox TV app for Amazon Fire TV devices, enabling Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members to stream games directly on Fire TV Stick 4K and Fire TV Stick 4K Max without needing a console. The integration allows gamers to enjoy titles like Starfield, Fallout 4, and Horizon 5 using just their Fire Sticks devices and a Bluetooth controller. Amazon and Microsoft have collaborated to bring this feature to over 25 countries, offering seamless gaming experience through the cloud. Users simply need to download the Xbox app from the Amazon App Store, sign in with their Microsoft account, and connect a compatible Bluetooth controller, such as a Xbox wireless controller, which in my opinion is the best controller, no bias, right? Or a DualShock 4. The development is a significant step forward for cloud gaming accessibility by allowing Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members to stream games directly on Amazon Fire TV devices. Microsoft and Amazon are making games more convenient and more affordable for a broader audience. This ability to play high quality games like Starfield and Fallout 4 without needing a console is a game changer, especially for those who might not have space or a budget for a dedicated gaming setup. This move highlights the growing collaboration between major tech companies to enhance user experiences across platforms. It will be interesting to see how the partnership evolves and whether it will lead to further innovations in cloud gaming. For gamers, this means more flexibility and more ways to enjoy their favorite titles, which is always a win. So I think, this is the future that Xbox wants. They want to be able you to play on your phone, on a smart TV, on a streaming device like the Fire Stick. And I kind of hope that this opens the floodgates to people to try games, and maybe they're more casual, but they'll get into the Xbox ecosystem. Game Pass is a great deal. I think the biggest problem is internet speeds. For most of the country, it's still not high speed fiber internet yet, but that is coming in the future, and it will hopefully be here soon. But that is, I feel like, one of the only barriers to entry, because you don't want to roll out a product and then have a bad experience because of the internet speeds. But overall, I think it's a great move for Xbox and gamers. It's a win win. All right, main topic of the show, comparing all Xbox consoles. Introduction. In this episode of the Xbox Report, we are diving deep into the evolution of Xbox consoles, comparing their features, performance, and impact on gaming. Let's kick off at the original Xbox, which is my personal favorite, as you can tell from my logo. So the original Xbox came out in 2001. So here are the specs. The CPU was a custom Intel Pentium 3 733 megahertz. GPU was a NVIDIA NV2A 233 megahertz. RAM was 64 megabytes DDR SDR RAM, and the storage was 8 to 10 gigabytes internal HDD. And when I was a kid playing this, I don't know if games just didn't weren't that big back then, but I never hit that, storage limit. So I never had to have like another hard drive, or I think they even on the original they had like even memory cards for the Duke controller, if I remember correctly. So the storage was great, and I don't know, maybe they just made games smaller back then, but I had no problem with storage. It One of the key features, like I said, I've already mentioned, is it had a built-in hard drive, which a lot of consoles had memory cards, or just not ways to save before it. And I think one of the biggest things, it pioneered online console gaming and had a robust multiplayer experiences. And I think that's a lot of reasons people came to the original Xbox, was because of Halo and games like that. And that was like one of my first games I played on Xbox was Halo at a friend's house. So it's definitely for me why I got into the ecosystem. I'm not necessarily now in my life a huge multiplayer, online guy, but back then when I was younger, that was a great feature, and it kind of helped connect people. And I think, for an Xbox, for their first console to have that feature built into the console itself was revolutionary. So next we go to the Xbox 360. It came out in 2005. It had a CPU, custom IBM Power PC 3.2 gigahertz, GPU ATI Xenos 500 megahertz, RAM 512 gigabyte or megabytes, GDDR3 RAM, and the storage varied, but it went from about 20 gigabytes to 250 gigabytes HDDS. Some of the key features in the 360: improved Xbox Live integration with a strong focus on digital content, introduced the Kinect motion sensing device, expanding the console's appeal, helped popularized HD gaming and digital downloads, strong library with titles like Gears of War, Mass Effect, and Bioshock. And then the Xbox 360 was a very, I think, most say the most popular Xbox console, and some say it was a fluke, where it's like, oh, I think they sold around almost 80 million units, and it kind of really dominated the PS3 for a long time until kind of the end of its life cycle. I think the 360, was a great console. That's where I played, games like Elder Scrolls, uh, Oblivion and Skyrim. And I just think, besides the Red Rings of Death, which my cousin did get, it was crazy. He got one on Christmas and he tried to play it and he had that. So I think besides that kind of hiccup, it was a great console and it really improved a lot of the things that the original Xbox had. And I think it was a great buy and a great console for its time period. And now we head to the infamous Xbox One that came out in 2013. I remember I was in the Army basic training when this and the PS4 came out, and I remember there was this guy. We I don't know. It's a long story, but bear with me here. There was a tornado threat, so we had to go under the barracks in this kind of like basement area. So we're all down here. This guy, he like calls, and he got sent home, but he had to check in every day, and then we're all like laughing. But when he actually did come back from his injury, he was telling us, the first thing he said was, PS4 over Xbox, because Xbox had that disastrous press conference, and I think they were ahead of their time. Most consoles are doing what they're doing now with what the original Xbox One had, but it was just a disastrous launch, a terrible name for a console. I feel like, Xbox and Xbox 360 were great, but Xbox One, like, what are you doing? It was a horrible name, in my opinion. Bring back like animal names, like the Xbox Shark or something, or the Xbox, Elephant. I don't know. Come up with a cool animal name or just a cool, unique name. I understand for like normal consumers, they need to usually go consequential, like one, two, three, four, five. But just Xbox One was terrible, terrible name. It wasn't necessarily a terrible console, but it just, those were just hard times. And then it focused, I think, a little too soon on the TV and streaming and gaming, you know, integration, which, now a lot of people do use their Xbox or the PlayStation for an entertainment device. I think they were just ahead of their time, and they weren't focused on the gamer, I feel like, and that really kind of, you know, hurt them. Let's see. I'm gonna skip the specs, I think, on that, and then also on the next one, I believe. So the next console, is of course the Xbox Series X and S, which I think is a great console. Some of the features that I think make this console really great are the quick resume feature, allowing multiple games to be paused and resume instantly. I love that feature. It's so nice. Like, say if I haven't played a game in a while, I load up my console, it loads right there, really quick. Fully backward compatible with previous Xbox generations. um it had really good, I remember they had like that press conference where it had so many teraflops or whatever. I feel like the graphics are great. I will admit I do not own a PlayStation, so I can't do a comparison, but I feel like all the new games that come out, it runs it great. And I think the biggest thing for me is it's just, with Game Pass, it's just the best deal in gaming and you can't beat it. I mean, PlayStation does have really good exclusives, but the Xbox Series X and S, just, if you have Game Pass, if you have that console, you need to get Game Pass, even with the price increase. It's just that good. Let's see. And, overall, when I look at the history of Xbox, it's an American company, the only real American company left. We have Sony and Nintendo and then Xbox. I'm from America. I know some of my listeners are from other countries, but there is kind of like, I think, something to it to have, hey, we have, I love anime. I love Asian culture. When I was in the army, I was in Korea. So I think it's great that we have, console, like, I love Nintendo. I want Sony to keep doing its thing, but I think it's key to have a, a third pillar. Before that was like maybe like Sega or even Atari, but like I think it's good to have competition in the marketplace. That way, things don't get stale. And I think every console that the Xbox has come out with, besides the Xbox One, has really propelled the brand. And I think where we're at now is a really good place. And I think, maybe we'll have one more Xbox console, and then after that, we'll have more streaming type devices, whether that be on your phone, TV. But I think, as the Xbox as a key brand and Game Pass, that is the future of the brand. But overall, for me, just because of nostalgia purposes, I have to say the Xbox, the original Xbox, is my favorite Xbox console. Even though maybe the games are better now, that's just what got me into gaming, really got me into it. And then when I played the most games ever, when I had time, with a family and a regular job, you just don't have time. I just don't have time anymore. But I love this. I love Xbox, and I love playing games when I can. So that's why I'm doing this podcast. So, and I appreciate everyone that does, take a look. Okay, so now we are going next week on Xbox. This I always pull this from Xbox Wire, the official Xbox site. So this is for July 15th through the 19th. And let's see what we got. So we have Darkest Dungeon 2, July 15th, optimized for Xbox Series X and S, and we'll have smart delivery. A roguelike road trip of the damned. From a party, form a party, equip your stagecoach, and set off across the decaying landscape on a last gasp quest to avert the apocalypse. The greatest dangers you face, however, may come from within. We have Rita Light, Retaliate, July 15th. You are a valiant space hero who is not as fortunate as those in the golden age of scrolling shooters had infinite ammo. Instead, you must absorb your enemy's weapons and retaliate. Next, we have Ariel underscore Knights. We Never Yield, July 16th, optimized for Xbox Series X and S, and it has smart delivery. Very interesting. I don't think I've seen a game with an underscore in their title. Discover pulse pounding, stylized park out action as you run, jump, smash, and slide through an Afro futuristic inspired kingdom. Enjoy a single player or two player local co op mode and experience the story of two brothers and their unexpected return to the Lost Kingdom. Next, we have Flock, July 16th for Game Pass, optimized for Xbox Series X and S, and will have smart delivery. Available on day one with Game Pass. Flock is a multiplayer co-op game about the joy of flight and collecting adorable flying creatures with your friends. Soar through the beautiful landscape, seeking out rare and exclusive creatures to add to your flock. We have Magical Delicacy, July 16th. It's going to be coming to Game Pass, optimized for Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox Play Anywhere. Available day one with Game Pass. A wholesome pixel art platformer. Cook magical, delicious delicacies from a vast collection of ingredients in your shop. Explore an unfamiliar town and deliver tasty treats to the town folks. Learn new ways to discover secrets, and experience a unique witchy world. Next, we have The Palace on the Hill, July 16th, Xbox One X Enhanced. A heartfelt story of ambition, struggle, and friendship told from the perspective of a young boy in a fictional 1990s rural India. The slice of life adventure role playing game offers a multifaceted experience of India's culture, art, history, and stories. I always love games that, bring you into another culture. So I have to check that one out. Next, we have Bo, Path of the Teal Lotus, July 17th, optimized for Xbox Series X and S. Undertake a mythical journey as Bo, a celestial blossom descended from the heavens to play a key role in the ancient and mysterious ritual. Flow with acrobatic grace and agility through a mysterious world of myth and legend in Bo, Path of the Teal Lotus, a colorful hand drawn adventure inspired by Japanese folklore. Next, we have Clem, July 17th, optimized for Xbox Series X and S, and will have smart delivery. A narrative driven puzzle adventure game with a dark twist. Wake up in a world where puzzles intertwine with exploration, weaving a unique narrative rooted in alchemy. A voice awakens you. It gives you a purpose to guide you. You find a notebook with the mysterious entries and a house to explore. Next, we have Demon Slayer Sweep the Board, July 17th. The anime Demon Slayer makes its virtual board game debut. Enjoy events and mini games with up to 4 players offline or online and compete to become the strongest Demon Slayer swordsman. I love the anime. I will admit most anime games are not my favorite because they're not that good, but I am a huge fan of anime and Demon Slayer is amazing. So I would, if you are a fan, maybe check it out. Nobody Wants to Die, July 17th, optimized for Xbox Series X and S. Lose yourself in the world of New York 2329, where immortality comes at a price that someone must pay. Following a near death experience, Detective James Carr takes an off the books case from his chief with only the help of a young police liaison, Sarah Kai, to assist him. Time reveals all as they risk everything in pursuit of a killer, uncover the dark secrets of the city's elite. Next, we have PPA Pickleball Tour 2025, July 17th. Optimized for Xbox Series X and S and will have smart delivery. The most advanced pickleball game ever made. Whether you're strategizing how to beat your opponent with an errand or testing your reflexes in a firefight against Anna Lee Waters and Ben Johns, this game has everything you love about the fastest growing sport in the USA. I played pickleball when I was in high school many years ago, and it was fun. But it's kind of crazy how popular it is now. And I think there's like a statistic that a lot of elderly people, that's how their number one source of injury is from playing pickleball. So that's cool that they are bringing that to Xbox. Next, we have RPM Road Punk Mayhem, July 17th, optimized for Xbox Series X and S and will have smart delivery. Get ready for a high octane adventure in RPM Road Punk Mayhem, a top down vertical shoot 'em up that combines intense bullet hell mayhem with cell shaded style inspired by arcade genre classics. RPM Road Punk Mayhem lets you choose from three pilots of questionable sanity as you cruise through post apocalyptic stages, laying waste to enemy vehicles. Next, we have Dungeons of Hindenburg, July 18th. Game Pass and will have smart delivery. Available on day one with Game Pass. Welcome to Hindenburg, a new tourist hotspot in the idyllic Australian Alps. There are plenty of dungeons to find and adventures to be had in Hindenburg. You will you be sent packing on your first day or remain to become a master slayer? Master magic, solve puzzles, slay monsters, all this more wait in Hindenburg. We have Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, July 18th. It's going to come out to Game Pass, optimized for Xbox Series X and S, and will be available through Xbox Play Anywhere. Available day one with Xbox Game Pass. Kill all the gods in this upcoming action RPG from the developers of Ashen. Step into the boots of Nor Vanek, an elite member of the Coalition Army, joined by Enoch, a fox-like companion, in their quest for vengeance against the gods. Weave in melee, gunpowder, and magic in this rhythm battle where combos chain together to create a deadly dance. The trailer for this game looked incredible, so if you have Game Pass, I would definitely at least give it a try. Next, we have Skyrim, July 18th. Optimized for Xbox Series X and S. Will have smart delivery and Xbox Play Anywhere. A game about jumping from shadow to shadow while interacting with a relaxing and lively environment. Play as Skyrim. I think I'm saying that right. Schim. And that has become unattached to their human being. Can you get back to him before it's too late? Okay, next we have Shield King, July 18th, optimized for Xbox Series X and S, and will have smart delivery. With impressive graphics and a dark atmosphere, Shield King offers an excited and suspenseful experience. Explore the mist-affected world, make strategic decisions, and demonstrate your survival skills in a dangerous environment. Good luck on this journey of survival. We have Boomslang, July 19th, optimized for Xbox Series X and S. Will have smart delivery. Top down, twin stick shooting, FMV infused, low poly creep infested, plasma blasting, crazily competitive chaos. Boomslang is stocked up with a avalanche of insane single player and multiplayer modes, maps, and moments. Are you ready for what the Conductor Chaos has in store for you? We have Desktop Dungeons Rewind, July 19th. Tactical roguelike action and bite-sized play sessions pulling you into a lingering and strategic obsession. Bargain with gods, equip your spoon, and pick your battles before retreating to the healing darkness. But beware, there are still many monsters to face. Kind of sounds like possibly a Hades type, you know, I'm not saying a ripoff, but it just sounds very much like Hades doing deals with gods. Dragon Bobby, July 19th, Xbox Play Anywhere. Dragon Bobby is a uniquely beautiful game with third person exploration and puzzles that tells the story of a man's life from birth. You control a dragon that is an analogy of the man's in the story, a true reflection of life. Well, sounds kind of interesting. Next, we have EA Sports College Football 15, July 19th, optimized for Xbox Series X and S and will have smart delivery. Experience the explosive gameplay variety across 134 FPS schools and immerse yourself in this iconic um, debacle shaking soundscape of college football as you chase greatness. Pre-order EA Sports College Football 25 today and receive all Monauder Ultimate Team Pack, Cover Athlete Ultimate Team Pack, and Bring Glory Home Ultimate Team Uniform item. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members with EA Play can try EA Sports College Football 25 with a 10-hour early access trial starting July 16th, 2024. And I think there was a typo at the beginning because they have it listed as EA Sports College Football 15. I think they meant it to be 25. So correction there. Next, we have Forugi, July 19th, optimized for Xbox Series X and S. Will have smart delivery. Play as a heroic frog samurai tasked with taking down the deadly snake clan and bringing an end to the war. Your ability to speed will be tested as you go over obstacles, walls, and ceilings and navigate through portals, but be careful. The snakes won't give up without a fight. Let's see. We have Kinutsu Gami Path of the Goddess, July 19th. Xbox Game Pass optimized for Xbox Series X and S, smart delivery, and Xbox Play Anywhere. It'll be available day one with Game Pass, a unique Japanese inspired single player uh, Kaguya action strategy game. The game takes place on a mountain covered by defilement. During the day, purify the villages and prepare yourself for sundown. During the night, protect the maiden against hordes of the seethe. Repeat the day and night cycle until you cleanse the mountain of defilement and return peace to the land. And the last game, we have Soul Searching, July 19th. Soul Searching is a narrative survival game about sailing away from your homeland. Explore a world of islands, dragons, and magic. You can learn about stories and people living on islands you choose to visit, discover dragons, catch fish, customize your boats, find ghosts, and cast magic spells, and more. Okay, that's all the games that we have this week. And I believe, like I said, unfortunately, we do not have a um, retro review this week, but that is okay. We hopefully will be back on episode 10. We'll be back to normal programming. And I just wanted to say, thank you for all the subscribers that I do have and all the people that do support me. As always, please follow me on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Also, you can find video clips and video of the episode now on YouTube under all one word, The Xbox Report. And you can check me out on TikTok, The Xbox _ report. So please follow and rate and review. It helps the Xbox Report grow as a channel. And until next time, happy gaming.